Okay. Kind of pull this out a little bit more. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrestling Pod. We are your hosts, of course, Carlito Santiago, and of course, the man without a filter, Luis Santiago. What's up, man?
Foxy and Punk.
Foxy and Punk. Yeah. Well, WWE returned to Saudi Arabia for its Night of Champions premium live event. Of course, Saturday, headlined by the undisputed WWE Champion, 17-time World Champ, and the GOAT of professional wrestling, John Cena, as he defended the title against CM Punk in the final chapter of their epic rivalry. The event also saw coronations of the 2025 King and Queen of the Ring, with Cody battling his former mentor Randy Orton in the finals of the men's, and Jade Cargill squaring off with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, on the women's side. So, we opened up with what I had said in the predictions, that we'd get Cody and Randy to start off. The King of the Ring crown and a date with the undisputed WWE Champion were on the line in the night's opening contest as Cody squared off against former mentor turned friend Randy Orton. A grueling match saw both men frustrated by their inability to keep the other down with even the most devastating finishers. As that frustration built, Orton reverted to the Viper of old, teasing his trademark punt, but thinking better of it. Later, he teased using a steel chair, but simply utilized it for a distraction, drawing the referee's attention away so he could expose a turnbuckle. Rhodes, showing great ring awareness, avoided the buckle and sent Randy right into it, ribs first, delivering his crossroads for the victory. The Viper seethed, clearly dismayed by the loss. He promised to do whatever it took to win WWE title number 15, but it failed him here, likely planting the seeds for an epic heel turn sometime after Rhodes regains the same title at SummerSlam. Possibly. Cena did lose the title in 2013, to Bryan, so I don't want to see Cena drop the title here, but again, they're planning out how they're going to do it. Cody could get the title back, and Rollins could screw him. But at the same time, we've been looking for a Cody-Randy showdown for a while, and we only got it here, but not with a title on the line. This was merely the first chapter of a long-term storyline that will likely dominate the second half of 2025 and provide the fans the tie back to legacy and evoke the rich history that exists between the superstars. A strong match that started slow and methodically, but built to a finish that may have been the most dynamic, but will go a long way in establishing Randy Orton's reversion to the dark side. Randy, of course, is eventually going to have to turn heel at some point, so given the time, yeah, they might want to do it sooner rather than later. Graded a B+. What did you think about this?
Randy should have beat Cody Rhodes' I want to be my daddy ass so much. Oh, he goes, you know how,
we know about this.
Oh,
I've mentioned it on the stream before, too.
What?
That Cody Rhodes promos are always about his dad.
You mean, I want my daddy being this, and my dad, shut the fuck up, you dumbass nerd. Comes out here talking about his daddy. Randy Orton should have put his foot so far up his own ass, up Cody Rhodes' ass. Like, it's crazy. Goddamn dude.
Cody's gotten better at his promos. Just kind of the babyface rebuttals all the fucking time against the heels. The heels have to make the promos feel more intense.
Cody Rhodes sucks balls.
Whoa. Watch out there now. Until he faces John Cena at SummerSlam. Yeah, then you can say what you want. But here we had a Riyadh Boulevard street fight. A Riyadh Boulevard street fight between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez, the two women with two R's in their first and last name. In the second match of the evening, pitting former friends against each other, saw women's tag team champion Raquel Rodriguez square off with the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, in the first ever Riyadh Boulevard street fight. Ripley and Rodriguez have strong chemistry with each other, and it was on display here. They delivered a hard-fought, hard-hitting match that saw each other endure considerable pain and punishment, including the giant kendo stick shots to the ribs of Ripley and a studded belt whipping for Rodriguez. Roxanne Perez interfered at one point, which is what I made a prediction. I feel like she was going to get involved and help Rodriguez win, but that never happened. Attempting to further get in good graces of Rodriguez and the Judgment Day, but felt the wrath of Mommy. With the prodigy out of the way, Mommy finished Rodriguez off with a table-assisted riptide from the top rope. A good and tough battle as this was. Hopefully Ripley can move on from here and focus on the Women's World Championship because there's really no need for any more interactions with the Judgment Day at this point. We have to they're going to feature more of this. They're going to do Ripley and fucking Judgment Day so they can set up probably Nikki Bella and Ripley to face Roxanne and Rodriguez for Evolution. They need to set up for Evolution now.
It's a mystery.
So, graded a B. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett called Rodriguez victory over Rhea Ripley in a last women's standing match in NXT, and noted that the latter has won every one-on-one match between them since, noting that some take to the main roster better than others. It was a great bit of analysis from the commentary team. Yeah. So, yeah. What'd you think about the street fight? You think it was good?
Dumbass name. Should just called it a street fight.
It was originally just a street fight. They just had to go all out for it.
They give these stupid street fights these dumbass names. 31st on like Miracle on 34th.
Miracle 31st, yeah.
Yeah, street fight.
That was a good name for that.
Eating my ass street fight. Fucking.
A Donnybrook.
It's freaking the Saint Juan.
A good old fashioned Donnybrook.
I fucking care. It's a street fight. Street fight. You don't need to rename it. It's not fucking. It's not rocket science to name a match.
It's a gimmick match when they do that.
Yeah.
That's a gimmick match.
Yeah, they should rename the Bury Alive match and probably give it a new gimmick, right? Instead of Bury Alive.
6 feet deep match. Just like Undertaker's podcast.
6 inches deep.
6 feet. Jesus Christ. Months of backstage interactions and vignettes resulted in Sami Zayn squaring off with the devil on his shoulder, carrying Cross in one-on-one action. The only reason this match happened in the first place was because AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio were not having their match because Dominic, I guess, got injured, which is interesting because Liv also got injured too. So they're both on the shelf for right now. After a month of taunting Zayn and attempting him to turn to the dark side and do what was necessary to become the world champion he strived to be, it was Cross's talking that cost him one of the biggest wins in his WWE career. Despite dominating Zayn for the better part of Saturday's Showdown, Cross talked trash. At one point, he backed the former Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion into the corner and sprinted across the ring to the other, only for Zayn to meet him there with a haluva kick for the victory. If the goal is to continue the story, with Zayn attempting to prove to Karrion Kross that he was wrong, only for the heel to ramp up his pursuit of the infallible hero for the dark side. This outcome worked. Otherwise, it felt counterproductive in that it failed to take advantage of the momentum Kross has at this point. Here is hoping that the intention is option 1. I'm hoping the intention is option 1, which it should be. The goal to continue the story with Zayn attempting to prove Karrion Kross that he was wrong, only for the heel to ramp up his pursuit. That feels right. I mean, but until then, until we find out what's really going on, well, C+. This was just like one of your. I was hoping you would call me when I was going to pick you up. I was hoping you called me during this match, because this would be considered your popcorn match.
Popcorn match.
Bathroom break.
Fucking shit, man. Karrion Kross, one of the best.
Or what I used to call shit matches.
They make this man a little bitch every time. Why?
The U.S. title was on the line between, of course, families, as the U.S. Championship match was Jacob Fatu defending the title against his. Was it cousin?
Yeah.
His cousin, Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa pulled out all stops Saturday in Riyadh and defeated Jacob Fatu to win the United States Championship, the first singles title in his career. But he didn't do it alone. It started with the arrival of JC Mateo, also known as Jeff Cobb, and it continued as the return of Tangaloa before accumulating to the debut of the monstrous 7-foot Hikuleo, unnamed by the commentary team because they're not going by Hikuleo. They're going by, what was the name?
Talatong.
Talatonga?
Yeah.
Talatonga. So the commentary team's gonna give him a new name, Talatonga. I don't like JC Mateo's fucking name. It's fucking retarded. It's stupid. So the 7-foot-tall member of the new bloodline obliterated Fatu, delivering a chokeslam onto the announce table, but not through it. That set the Samoan Werewolf up for Sikoa to defeat him. The match itself featured some solid physicality, but there was not much in the way of the chemistry between Fatu and Solo. The late match hijinks from the heels and the memorable debut of Hikuleo should make for an interesting next chapter in the rivalry, and of course may just bring us back to previously on the Bloodline. Of interest was the commentary team noting that while Sikoa celebrated with his associates, Fatu was left alone. Does the Unstoppable Force recruit backup, and who? That bears watching moving forward. So Solo gets his first title. What did you think about that? What did you think about Solo winning his first title, man?
How long has he been on the main roster?
3 years? Yeah, 3 years. September will mark 3 years.
Fucking idiot.
Cause what? Yeah, he joined Roman's bloodline and fucking.
And he's been made to look like a goddamn idiot towards everybody else.
Okay. So
you know, if I farted on this mic, that is Solo's whole main roster career.
I would throw this mic out and buy a new one.
That just sums
or
up how much.
Or I'd spray it with Febreze.
That just no. I'm just saying that sums up Solo Sikoa's whole main roster run so far.
Hey, just a fart noise coming through the fucking mic.
Just a loud. Yep.
Solo's still finding his charisma and personality and letting it shine in every aspect of his performance. Came at a perfect time. He looked like a guy destined to be left behind with his feud with Roman Reigns wrapped up. Now, Cole struggled to link Hikuleo to the bloodline. That's Tongaloa, Tamatonga, their brother. Kind of like fucking jumbled words.
Yep.
So they're going to do Talatonga. Just like Tamatonga, Talatonga. So they're going to probably make him a tag team. Or, well, sort of. The Queen of the Rings finals. Of course, Jade Cargill will challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam after surviving the Queen of the Ring finals against the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. To be honest with you, I honestly think Asuka should have won here. But the competitor overcame a knee injury, a game Empress of Tomorrow, and a crowd that wasn't nearly as behind her as they were her opponent, to deliver Jaded and scored the biggest win of her career to this point. The match was not pretty, as the chemistry that had been there last year during Cargill and Asuka's battles over the women's tag team titles was nearly non-existent. More times than not, they appeared to be a step off, with Cargill appearing to struggle with the pace Asuka sets, which is fast-paced. Despite the so-so match, Cargill winning was the right call in that it sets up a match with Stratton with the specter of Naomi in her Money in the Bank briefcase hanging overhead like a dark cloud ready to rain on her championship victory. Yes. And I said either way this would go. Now, Cargill's commitment, this was also great to see. Plus, Cargill's commitment to deliver different versions of X-Men Storms through her ring gear will never get old. This one, the most similar to the X-Men's look in the 90s, may have been the best one since. So, what did you... And this was, the fact that this was great to see minus was because of the performance, the chemistry that these women had. Asuka has a fast pace of in-ring action, and Jade Cargill is pretty tall and strong in her ways. I thought this match should have went on a little bit longer than expected. Actually, going to that, I do have an idea. I just want to I want to know how long they lasted for, because that's something to Yeah, see, look at this, Lewis. They gave Cody and Randy 19 minutes. They gave them 8 minutes and 35 seconds. That's not good. They should have trimmed it down. This should have been, the World Championship match should have been 24 minutes.
Yep.
And this should have been at least more than 10. So, that's, no.
Hey, maybe.
That's not good on WWE's part. 8 minutes, and that's not good. That's no bueno. What did you think about this? What did you think about the women's Queen of the Ring?
Sloppy.
Sloppy finish, right?
Yep. Just slop.
And now you get, of course, the ending to one of the biggest rivalries in history: John Cena versus CM Punk for the Undisputed WWE Championship. The two iconic superstars of the last 20 years, rivals with countless classic encounters between them, squared off one last time Saturday with the Undisputed WWE Championship on the line. What started as a battle between two all-time greats who know each other incredibly well, in a match that had fans in Riyadh hanging on every move, descended into chaos, and with the arrival of Rollins, Breed, Breaker, and Paul Heyman. Now, Penta and Sami Zayn arrived to counter them. John Cena showed flashes of upstanding virtuous he once was. And Rollins clocked Punk with the briefcase. Cena capitalized, scoring a quick pinfall victory on Punk, costing Rollins a chance to cash in his guaranteed title opportunity for the win. It was a clever finish that allowed Punk to save face, spoil the Visionaries' latest plan to stand atop of WWE, and ensure Cena is heading to SummerSlam for a date with Cody Rhodes in a rematch of WrestleMania 41, which WWE seems to always do with taking a match from WrestleMania and putting it on SummerSlam for round 2. They did this with Roman and Brock. They've done this with Brock and The Undertaker. They've done this where... Is there anything else that they've done this with? Take a WrestleMania match, put it on a SummerSlam card? Like something that... So a match that happened at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. Freaking, what? You said Brock and Undertaker?
Yeah, I said Cena and Cody.
Cena.
Roman and Brock.
Roman and Brock. I'm trying to think now. Edge and Undertaker.
Edge and Undertaker.
I know there's a few here. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure Cena and Triple H never had a...
Triple H and Brock did the opposite.
Yeah.
They did the backwards version, which they did SummerSlam to WrestleMania, but...
I know there's like a few more.
Okay. Well, this was...
Roman had another one? No, Brock and Seth.
When did Brock and Seth fight each other at WrestleMania 101?
35.
They fought at SummerSlam?
Yeah, you remember a couple months later
that
when Brock won, and you remember he won the briefcase and stuff, right?
He cashed the briefcase. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe, yeah. So, Punk broke out the octopus. He was trying to go for it earlier, but Cena countered. Submission popularized in WWE by, of course, his wife.
Hashtag cookie puss.
By AJ Lee. A very cool moment early on in this one. Cena absolutely obliterated Charles Robinson, who was rushing to the ring like he was rushing to WrestleMania down that ramp very fast. This was great, a B+. Maybe the overbooking of the ending a bit, but they needed a way to save Punk face. But Cena wasn't face, so this was a heel versus babyface tactic. But for Punk to stay the way he is, you're going to need another third man to do that, and Rollins was perfect in this moment to do this. I loved when Punk was like, come on, bring another referee. Rollins comes out, you know, making it seem like, oh, Punk's with Rollins, you know. Yep. But Cena got in the face of Rollins. Two heels talking out like, you're not taking this from me, bitch. Don't even think about it. I don't care what you fucking have. All right? It was a good moment to see Punk and Cena kind of go along with each other here. But what was the results of this? Well, whereas WWE's trip to Saudi have recently been largely inconsequential one-offs, this show felt like a primer for the events to come for the rest of the summer. The King and Queen of the Ring finals directly impact SummerSlam, with Rhodes and Cargill headed to New Jersey to take on Tiffany Stratton and, of course, John Cena. Rollins' involvement in the main event not only keeps the gimmick of the Money in the Bank alive, but suggests a huge multi-man match of sorts could be on the horizon, with Punk, Penta, and Rollins, or Punk, Penta, and Zayn all locked in as avenging recent attacks at the hands of the Visionary and his henchmen. Fatu has unfinished business with, of course, his cousin Solo, while one would be remiss not to mention the look on Orton's face as he made his way up the ramp and amidst Cody's victory speech. Cody did actually mention Randy Orton. I give it up one more time for the Viper, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So, was it a flawless show, Lewis? No. But the fans were red hot, elevating even the stuff that did not hit as expected. A show with meaning in front of a crowd that cared, with some strong storytelling work from a handful of greats. This was one of the better outings from WWE in Saudi Arabia in recent times. This overall show was a B. What did you think about the overall show? And what did you actually think about the main event?
Of this show?
What did you think about the main event first?
John Cena versus CM Punk was a pretty good match. Will it be contending for all the other matches? Hell no. But John Cena whipped that fucking goof's ass from Chicago. Smacked him once? No. Smacked him twice? No. He got that little freaky ass wannabe transvestite Seth Rollins. Smacked him up too. Goddamn.
Mr. Drug Free? That's what it said on the fucking... It didn't say Punk Life. It said Drug Free.
So he could suck John Cena's nuts. One could suck the left, the other one could suck the right. The GOAT is still champion. Suck it, bitches.
And what did you think about the entire show as a whole?
Do you want me to be funny or you want me to be actually real?
Be actually serious.
Alright, well the overall show is fucking... It was an okay show. It's not bad, but it's just like, when you have a show that has like no substance at all, basically. Like not one, like only one redeeming quality to the show. It's just an overall, You can watch this show and probably forget you can watch the show yesterday, right? And you can probably come by Wednesday, forget the entire show even happened except one match. What match would that be? Fucking Cena and Punk. It's like that with Money in the Bank 2011. Do anybody remember anything from that show other than, oh yeah, Punk and Cena? No, because that show was terrible. Alright, that show was meh. This is what it is. Punk and Randy Orton. Oh, that's pretty good. Did they really do much? No! Jade Cargill and Asuka? Don't even talk there. Do you want to remember a street fight between two women who really don't do much anymore since like a year ago? No. And what else was on the show? Fucking a bunch of Samoans play wrestling? Touching each other?
Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross was on here.
Fuck off. That match doesn't count.
But overall...
an okay show. So overall... Listen, they might give it a B or something.
They did give it a B.
Overall, this show is like a freaking C-. It's just an average show at best.
And that's just coming from our point of views of what was always happened in Saudi Arabia. But I thought this was good. Let me know. Let us know what you guys thought about this show. I honestly thought it was pretty good. Fucking, I can't wait to see what happens next. Obviously, we're going to be leading into Evolution, which WWE has no plans for anyway. And I'm kind of rethinking of whether I should give it the time of day. And I'm thinking probably not. But WWE's got to book something for that. We know that Julia's going to be there defending the Women's United States Championship. Mm-hmm. We know that possibly the Women's Intercontinental Championship will be defended in a triple threat match. Both women's world titles probably won't be on the line. Maybe one. Maybe EOS. But that's it. And then a bunch of other women's matches. So they might need to start booking some matches for Evolution because they got like 2 weeks to build off of. So, and then a Saturday night main event too to book. So, Lewis is going to be moving in soon. He will be on the shows as much as he can or when he can. So, this coming Tuesday, we have a special start time too. This coming Tuesday, we will be starting at 6:30 opposed to 5. So we're going to get an hour because he gets out at 6 on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So we will be here at 6 to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. And he will also be here for the Saturday SmackDown summary. So you guys will see that. Also, you can catch out, of course, the SummerSlam watch-along as we mentioned, we will be doing it again. You'll catch that out, obviously, the week I am on vacation, which is nice. So, be ready for that. The watch-along will be nice for SummerSlam.
Yeah, you get to watch a shitty host and fucking person that is killing the New England Patriots and always remind yourself why the New England suck. We have Stephon Diggs.
And you also got September when Lewis will be doing the fucking NFL.
If Drake May ends up fucking being terrible, it's all Stephon Diggs and Mike Vrabel's fault. Fuck you both. And Elon Wolf, kiss my dick if you fucking stupid.
All this is all great. We will see you guys on Tuesday and next Saturday. You got anything else to say, Lewis?
Yeah, fuck Cody Rhodes, fuck CM Punk. Good night.
Do you understand what I'm doing?
Oh, yeah, because apparently I got a bit now.
Yeah, apparently Lewis got a bit. He forgot to mention this.
Mention what? You know what? Sometimes
I know what it is. Do it.
Do what it is? You know what? Sometimes you're such a 4 letters, 1 word, fuck, 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 fuckity, fuck, 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 yeet on your ass, man. Fuck you, man.
Goodbye.